Good after morning, noonish time. I don't even know what time it is. I think it's still morning. Harry Haviland and DK back with you for the final game of your Warriors tour through Nashville. This one is against the Vipers, hailing from Wisconsin. And that puck almost came over the glass at us. This is for third and fourth place. Don't ask me how these rules work. It's about the dumbest thing, like the offsides and icing I've been talking about. Your Warriors are 3-1 and playing for third and fourth. The teams that were both 2-0-2 just played off for the championship before this, and Nashville ended up winning with a shootout.
2-1 win, overtime.
Penalty shot.
Overtime
penalty shot. Craziness all over the ice right now. But here we are. This one's for third and fourth. The Vipers beat us 3-2 on Friday afternoon. But the Warriors looking for redemptions to put some hardware around their necks to skate out of here. OTT Sports Network's the only place you can find it. This is the boys' 10th game in 10 days. Ooh. 5th one in the last 3. They're tired, but they're going to dig deep here, DK.
They are. Boys, nice warm up this morning for them. They look ready to go. A little encouragement. They're a little not too happy with the outcome of where we ended up. You know, with 3 wins, 3-1 should get you to the finals, not 2-0-2
You'd think
to the finals. But
the first tiebreaker was goals against, and we had one more goal against.
Correct.
Because of playing this team. Skated away with 2 shutouts, everything else. But this means something. We don't make the rules, we just got to follow them. We'll see what happens. We got a little bit of hockey left to go. Go check out some touring around Nashville this afternoon and then head to the airport. And
hopefully we can hook up with Kid Rock. We missed him last night.
Yeah, it was tough missing him last night. I was going to say, he was just too busy and couldn't find time for us. So we took it a little bit easier last night, which isn't a bad thing. My voice can barely handle it. Have a nice break after this, though. There is a game next weekend on the 21st. I won't be here.
Down at World Arena, right?
It is.
Down in beautiful
Colorado Springs. With horrible internet anyways. I won't be there to video, so.
Home of Air Force. Oh, big shout out to the big Jimmy Blanchard out there. 12U player. I think he's listening to us, so hope you played well this weekend, buddy.
It's going to be Foster starting this one at center. Looks like Medeo and Popovic on his wings, like they have been all weekend. Van Winkle and McGowan on the blue line. They're going deep in. Warriors pressing to start this one. Vipers around the boards trying to get this one out of the zone. Being pressured in there. Devin Foster, hard work in front. Noah Popovic with the one-timer. Doesn't get through from his back. Medeo backhanded in by Van Winkle. A couple good chances here to start this game for the Warriors. But now the Vipers come through. They've managed to stay onside, coming in hot. Shot in. Kane makes the save. He's got the start between the pipes for the Warriors. Off the boards and clear the blue line. Popovic chasing it down through center ice. Passing up, McGowan putting a body on. Vipers steal it away, cutting through center ice. Foster tips it off the far boards. Medeo couldn't get it out. Vipers centering pass picked off by Foster. Another one comes in off the backside of the net. Vipers out to the blue line, getting themselves set up here in the Warriors' end. Into the corner, Foster pushing. Going in behind, lifted it up, Popovic with it. Popovic trying to clear the zone. Foster gets it across the blue line. They're looking to get a change out here. They've been out for the last minute and 11 seconds. So we wind our way through this first period. Kalergis off the boards, dumped in deep. He's out there with DeVos and Nice today. Burdette across the blue line. And DeVos is on the blue line. That's what's going on. All right, a little bit confused. DeVos dropping back to D. Burdette playing up with Nice and Kalergis as they played yesterday evening. Warriors keeping it down there. That's what we want to see. All the action in the far side of this rink here for the first period. DeVos in pinching. A battle ensues along the boards, backhanded through. Burdette coming out of the corner, has Kalergis in front. Stolen away by the Vipers. They go off the boards with the breakout attempt. Make it to center. Coming back. Getting in on that was DeVos. Vipers still control. Tipped away by Nice. Backhand into the point. Shot comes in wide. Kolchevsky against the boards with the Vipers. Over to Fredette. He's going to clear this one out. Kalergis up ahead of him. He gets it to him. Dimitri Kalergis comes through. Taps it a little bit ahead of himself. Viper goalie taking that one with the blade and putting it into the corner. Now the Vipers too coming back on Grimberg one-on-one. With some back checking, they manage to get a shot. It's high off the side of the net and then kicked out by Kane to Haviland. Up to Paulin. All the way down the ice. Goalie tags up on it. Keaton Paulin chasing it down. He's playing with Blanchard and Haviland. Shot goes in. Paulin couldn't control it to get one off. Now on the back check. Spinning around was Haviland, forcing them back inside their own end. He's pressuring up, looking like he's playing a center position today. Across the line now, in on Nick Foster. Paulin around the boards. Nobody's going to be home. That one's going to go out to center ice, picked up by the Vipers player. 8:44 left to go here in the first. A long break without a whistle here as Haviland knocks it in. Brady Blanchard chasing it down into the far end. Again, tipped up by the goalie. Blanchard centers. Nobody there. Paulin was going in the wrong direction. To the blue line, held in by Foster, past Paulin. Back out to Foster. Hard into the net. It bounces off the backboards, picked up by the Vipers. Clearing off the far side, Nick Foster gets a stick on it, and then he takes the guy down, making sure he doesn't get back up. Haviland walking across the blue line, he gets a shot off, gets taken down for his efforts. Vipers out the far side. Back up by Blanchard, dumping that one in onside. Chasing down, Paulin going after it into the corner. Off the bench comes Devin Foster, working his way in. Stripped away, pinching in was Nick. Devin still fighting. All the way around, Grimberg stepping in from the blue line. Couple of times. Foster with a shot, rebound, loose in front. Nick Foster stepping in off the blue line, trying to battle his way towards that rebound. He's caught in deep. Blanchard stepping back out to the post on the blue line for him. They swap back positions. Blanchard gets it off of his skates, kicking it in. Excellent job here by the Warriors. All the sustained pressure down deep. Devin Foster working his way behind the net. Puck still loose. Kicked around and the Vipers feeling the pressure, trying to get this one out. They can't do so. As Paulin with the continued pressure now skates off to the bench for a change. And sent all the way down the ice by the Vipers. Great job there, DK. The Warriors with the offensive pressure.
Still going those Ironman 2-minute shifts, though. I'd like to see him change it up a little sooner.
I agree. It's going to be after 5 games this weekend. 5 games this weekend, 10 games in the last 2 weekends. Quick legs.
Sponsored by Gatorade.
Sponsored by, this is an actual Gatorade. Listen, it's not even open. I'm cracking it open right now. It's real Gatorade.
It's child-proof.
Vipers in on a shot. Kane gets a piece. It goes up over the crossbar, off the glass. Popovic and Van Winkle. The fight tipped in front. Kane with the save. Captain fighting for the rebound in front. Back over to the Vipers on the far side. To the blue line. Vipers shoot it in. It finds its way all the way through. Kane sees a shoulder on it. Blocked in front by Captain. It's caught up in his glove. He knocks it down. Not going to call it a hand pass. Out, but not clear. Foster and Popovic still. Van Winkle stick on it. It's off of Kane, put behind.
Get it out, boys.
To the blue line. Vipers now with the pressure down in this end on the Warriors. Can't tip that one towards the net. They get it behind. Stepping in from the blue line. Vipers continuing to cycle this one through the Warriors end. Into the middle. Popovic has it. He skates around. He's going to carry this one out of the zone. Gets through a few players. Can't get it too far past center ice. Fired right back in by the Vipers. Captain. Trying to get it to Medeo. Back to Captain. Medeo through center. Van Winkle flipping it. Captain was out at center ice. Is he playing forward or defense?
Changing it up.
Vipers still pushing. Center pass through the crease. Kept in, Madeo goes down trying to get this one out. Vipers hold it inside the blue line. Popovic finally out of the zone. He goes to get to the bench. As we're talking about those quick changes, they were pulled up in their own end there for a little while though. They got to the bench as soon as they could. Claire just being physical at center ice. On the back check now into his own end. Nice playing some defense. Claire going into the corner, trips up over his own feet. And DeVos and Nice in there. Olszewski taken away, now they've got it inside. Wide open on the backside of the net, and the Vipers break the goose egg tie and make it a 1-0 game here with 4:47 left to go in the first period.
We need to do a little better job getting it out of our zone a little quicker. A little urgency in the corners would be helpful.
True story. And when you are going to get it hard and out, it's got to be hard and out. Off the glass and out. Off the boards and out. Vipers continuing to pressure right off the face-off draw. They take this one into the Warriors' end. Up the side. DeVos taking it to the Vipers. Fredette coming back for it. Vipers in behind the net. Caught up in the skates of DeVos. Picked up by the Vipers. Trying to wrap it around. They collapse on top of him. Nice out to the blue line. Back into the corner for the Vipers. They're wheeling their way around. Nice to Claire, just not clear of the zone. Olszewski going after it. Vipers the first ones to it here in the corner. Fredette sends it out. That puck's rolling, so that's going to be an icing. I have a feeling if it was flat on the ice, it might not have made it, but
rolling on that edge.
I want to go back and play in that end again. Can we do that? Let's see if these guys can do it.
Yeah, we don't need the close-ups today. We're only on that wide-angle lens down the far side.
Haviland winning that one. Olszewski has it behind his net, banks it off the far boards to DeVos, sending it through to Blanchard at the blue line, trying to tap that ahead for Haviland streaking down the left wing. Haviland getting pinched up against the boards. Vipers take it away. Back over, Paulin into the corner. Haviland can't turn and get a shot up, taken by the Vipers behind their own net. With the wide open side and the clean breakout. How come we can't break out like that? We're never wide open. Olszewski fighting. Haviland coming back in, breaking that one up. Back over to Blanchard. Haviland to Paulin, who couldn't pick up the pass. Now Keaton chases this into the offensive zone. They spin on him, put it off the boards, back to center ice. Picked up by Haviland. Feeding it back to Grimberg in his own end. Grimberg has that one bounce off of him, off the... and Blanchard takes it. Blanchard with DeVos and Haviland, and Paulin, sorry, they're all coming through center ice. Blanchard trying to skate his way in there, gets stripped off the puck. The Vipers reverse it. Nick Foster. Backhand to Paulin. To the blue line, Blanchard can't get it out. He's fighting back into the corner, takes an elbow to the face. But the Vipers still have the puck. They're going down. Grimberg now to Paulin. To Haviland, clears the blue line, but they're battling to get off the ice. Getting caught on a change here. The Vipers turn it around, knock it in. No icing on the call. Grimberg back for it. Up the side. Vipers block it away. Grimberg working his way through the corner with Popovic. Grimberg sends it to center. Madeo chasing after it. Player falls down with the puck. Madeo's on top of this one, going into the far corner. Back down to the far end. Popovic centering. Back over to Pop behind the net. Flipping it back and forth with a ping pong patch behind. Finally comes free to the center of the... But nobody there. Taken by the Vipers, who seem to have a lot more time with the puck than we do when they pick it up. Got to close that space. Giving them too
much room out there. Time and space. Got to get them back on their heels. Good first 4 minutes and kind of gone the other direction here the last 4 minutes.
See what they can do. We got face-off specialist Devin Foster, and they're looking to win this one back. He finally gets it back to him. Kicked in, right on net there. Tangled up on the side, or would have been a decent opportunity to be wide in front there. No rebounds given up. Those the goalie covers up. And Foster leans back into another draw deep in the O-zone. Loses that one to the Vipers. the boards with that time and space and the breakout. Now they got a breakaway coming down the other way. Here come the Vipers. They shoot and they score. Quick transition out of their end. Pass. They have the time. They have the space. And
nice shot through the 5-hole there.
Makes it a 2-0 game. 1:36 left to go here. First period. The OTT still with you in Nashville, Tennessee. The final game of this tournament, the Can-Am tournament as it's called, for the Warriors. In a battle here with the Vipers for the 3rd place. I was going to say trophy, but I don't think there's a trophy for 3rd place.
Medal.
There's a medal. They get a medal for 3rd place.
Some alloy of some sort.
Keeping it in. The Vipers seeming to want this one more. He's trying to throw the hit. The Vipers still have it. To the point, they settle it down. Push it into the corner. Tap back, bouncing puck. Van Winkle flips that backhand through center ice. Kalergis going after it. Fredette with him. Drop pass. Kalergis with the tip. Back over to the Vipers. Outside the zone. Nice up against the Vipers bench with it. That one flips up high. Backhand it again. McGowan finding Fredette. Looking to wind himself up. Can't get past the player holding him up at the blue line. Got the final 50 seconds left to go here in the first period. Shot comes in. Van Winkle gets one through. The goalie scoops it up in his glove. But at least they're getting him there. It counts as a shot on net, DK.
A little bit outside, but at least it's on net.
These Fredette and Kalergis still out there. McGowan and Van Winkle on the blue line. Good body contact there, coming across, making the hit, taking the puck away, and then Kalergis trying to get it deep. They send it right back out. Vipers bring it in their own end. Kalergis still on the right side of that blue line, takes a backhand into the far corner. Fredette chasing it. He's taking away a little bit of that time, making the pass over. Kalergis intercepts, gets it tipped off his stick back to the Vipers, who flip that one up. It's knocked down by one of the Warriors players, and they hold it at center ice. McGowan powering his way through, now chasing this one deep. Off the boards, taken away by Van Winkle. Read that play perfectly. Warriors holding it down there as the buzzer sounds to end this one. McGowan getting a shove after the whistle as he threw a hit right at the buzzer sounding.
Threw it at the other team's bench just to wake everybody up over there.
We're coming for you, I think that's what he said. They better start coming for it. Second period is going to be 12 minutes, and we are trailing 2-0.
Pop needs to rally the troops here going into the second period. Boys looking a little flat out there this morning.
How far is Wisconsin from here? Do these guys fly or drive? I don't even know where Wisconsin is on a map. If I'm, I don't even know where Nashville is on a map.
I feel like they flew.
They flew? I know it's all east of the airport somewhere.
Other side of the Mississippi.
It's going to be Haviland, Blanchard, and Paulin starting this one. DeVos and Kolchevsky on D as Kane skates down to the far side of the ice, and we're hoping to bring you lots of close-up action for the next 12 minutes. That one's won by the Vipers. They have it through the skates of Paulin, picked up by Kolchevsky, stealing that one away. Skating into the corner, going after it's Haviland. Gets turned away from, takes the player down. Haviland coming out of the corner. Oh, gets that pocket picked from behind. He's still fighting for it. Big defenseman in white goes off the boards, looking to break it out the far side. They slow it down, bring it back into their own end. Vipers look far end. Haviland blocking that one, not letting it come through. And then not held in the blue line, sneaking in behind DeVos, now coming in 2-on-1 on Kolchevsky. They shoot, rip one. That one goes off the mesh, up out of play, whistled down. Kane got a piece of that one, I'm assuming.
He got a piece of it.
So the puck will stay down there.
That lighting at far end's not that good today.
The lighting?
It seems a little darker down there.
A couple of lights are out. I don't know, it feels colder in here today too. I don't know. I was looking at the temperature over there. I'm like, there's no way it's 59 degrees in here, not by the Zam doors with the air conditioning blowing on us. 37% relative humidity inside this arena. Just for those of you at home that are wondering why the ice is in the condition that it is. I don't know, there's some kind of weather thing in there somewhere. Dive in and out to the blue line. Here comes the Warriors. Coming through, taking it wide. The shot gets blocked, and now DeVos goes back to the blue line. Blanchard trying to put a stick in the way. The Vipers take it clean out of their end. Bar down into the Warriors side. Centering pass, Haviland with the backhand over to Paulin. Can't clear it, back to Haviland. Back out of the zone, but not too deep. Making a change here. Haviland and Blanchard both changing as they come in. Play gets turned around at center ice. Two of the forwards skate off to the bench for a change. They come in 5-on-3, put another one in the back of the net, and now it's 3-0 Vipers with 10:31 left to go in the second.
What? What happened there? A floater.
Oh, thank you.
Floater. Oh, hee-haw.
Look at this. We're back sponsored. Here we go. Second period brought to you by Angry Orchard and
Hee-haw.
I didn't know what she had.
oh, there's going to be a penalty as the ref's hand goes up. It's a tripping call against the Vipers. Warriors needing something here on the power play. I'm not leading my Angry Orchard. They can knock my Gatorade off with a hit on the boards, but not my Angry Orchard. Needing to figure something out here on the power play. This is the time to do it. They got a minute with the man advantage. Foster gets that one back to Medeo. Clean to the point. Nick Foster taking some time, dancing around, drops it back to Popovic. Popovic tries to go through the skates, loses it. At least gets his body in the way so they can't break out the other way. Nick coming back with the hit. Vipers on the far side. Putting the pressure on shorthanded. They walk across the Warriors' blue line. Top of the circle, stuck down. Foster chasing it into the corner. Vipers with the shot that goes wide. They hold it in at the far blue line. Dumping it back into the corner. They've got the man in the penalty box right now, but you wouldn't be able to tell as they flip one in and Kane holds on for a whistle. What do we got to do here? What do we got to do?
Well, we're at a man advantage. We might as well bring it down this end of the rink and put one in that net.
Well, let's start with the basics.
But
that's not the way that you want to bring it down here when you have the man advantage. For all you people new to hockey that are just tuning into the OTT Sports Network, that's not how you want to play with the power play. They're going to try it again. They win it. Off the boards, not cleared. Vipers sending it back into the far corner. Captain going after it. Vipers still control it in deep. Penalties now over players out of the box as Neese winds himself up. Tyler Neese coming through. How is that not a hook or a hold or a call of some sort? Come on. That's just... Back in, Kane backhands that one off of his pad. Vipers take it right back away from him and put it in the back of the net. Four nothing's the score now, am I right? 4-0's the score. We're going to get that up on the score clock for you. It's been a long weekend. Diane's been working hard on that camera. Just forgot.
It's got 2 on the main scoreboard also.
Now they got 4 up there on the main scoreboard. Now we got 4 up here. Now we're even changing the period. Look at this. We're keeping it professional here in the last day in Nashville. It has been a lot of hockey. You guys have been tuning in, watching all this with us. I know these boys have been working hard, and let's see if they can dig something out of their tickle trunks here to put on a show for you and make a comeback run here in the late in the second. DeVos, Kalergis. That's not Kalergis, that's Kolchevsky. That's a long ways away from here. Like, Kalergis isn't playing D now, is he? Mixing it all up. Blanchard back out to the Vipers on the half wall. Vipers with room in behind the net, getting themselves set up. Going back, going forth, turn it around. Off the boards, Paulin after it. Back to Kolchevsky, Haviland's in behind his net. Haviland passes it into the skates of the defender. Now he's got to go fight for it, and the Vipers take it away. Clearing attempt comes out to the blue line, doesn't get across it. Second try doesn't get any further. Kolchevsky now back pinched up in his own end. Now that one sneaks out. Haviland's going to race down the ice for it. The Vipers are going to get to it first, but he's got a little bit of pressure on, seeing what can make some magic happen. They can't get it out on the first attempt. It goes off of Paulin. Now they get back on side. Kolchevsky backhands that one in. Haviland still inside the zone on the far side. Keeping this a 4-0 hockey game. 7:27 left to go in the second period. Harry Haviland and DK, OTT Sports Network, alive with you in Nashville, Tennessee. Some action in the Vipers' end, but they get to it first. Popovic taking out the big man behind the net. He goes down hard. And the Vipers come out 3-on-2. Across the blue line, tipped away there. Good stick by Grimberg, out by Popovic. And the Vipers have to reset at center. Stick handling his way through was Foster. Gets it over to Pops in front of the scorekeeper's bench. The Vipers rip it down along the boards into the Warriors' end. Medeo back to pick it up. Against the Vipers on the boards. Vipers out to the blue line, into his skates. Get on there and wheel. Medeo can't get to it first. The Vipers turn it right back outside their zone. Nick Foster with it up against the boards. Back over to Devin. It's inside. But it's going to be a roughing call against
the Vipers.
Oh, it's going against the Vipers. All right.
They were due.
They were due.
They were due to make a call.
Well, let's see if the coaches drew this one up to say, hey, we've got the man advantage. Let's play on this side of the ice this time. Kalergis, Neese, and Fredette getting the call alongside Grimberg and Foster. Neese winning it to Fredette. There's Kalergis in front. Fredette still hanging on to it. Comes in, backhands Eli Fredette. Breaks the goose egg up on the board for the Warriors. It's a power play goal as he skates his way up from the back of the net and backhands one underneath the goalie.
A little patience there by Fredette. Takes it out of the corner, took his time.
Excellent patience. He had that look in front. He noticed that Kalergis was tied up a little bit, held on to it. Quick thinking. They still got 3 more goals to come back to tie this one up, though. 6:21 left to go after that power play goal by Eli Fredette. Ooh, Colin getting blown up there. That's a kind of a behind the head play, but refs seeming to let this go. These are the same 2 refs that ref the championship game of the AA before us.
Oh, did they?
I think if they are, they didn't call anything.
Let the boys play?
They let them play. There was a couple of scrums and a couple of fights, but other than that, they let them play. There was some heavy hitting action.
They must have Tennessee Titan tickets so they can make it to the game in time. Got to move this one along.
That is true. Titans playing at home today in a dreary kind of afternoon here in Nashville. Not exactly sunny and hot.
All weekend.
Yeah, it's been raining on us all weekend. Back out, picked up. Here we go. 3-on-1. What can they do with it? Neese shoots his goal! Yes! There we go. Kyler Neese coming in. Cutting the lead in half.
Neese continues his burner weekend he's got going on.
Neese has had a lot of points. He was leading the tournament in points.
Eighth goal of the weekend.
He was leading the tournament in points yesterday.
Did you know 3 goals is called a hat trick?
3 goals is called a hat trick. Shout out to Annette Neese. Kyler's great grandma sharing a little bit of pride on the group chat.
Maybe he'll knit him a hat for Christmas.
Trevor, you explain a natural hat trick.
A natural hat trick. That's 3 goals in a row. I don't think that one happened there. McGowan, I don't know. How did McGowan get his stick on his back?
Detail.
Vipers come in, can't get a shot off. It's to the blue line. They can't keep it in at the blue line. Pressure from Kalergis and Neese at center ice. Walking back in, stepping into that play in the corner is Van Winkle, forcing him around the backside. Taken away by Neese behind the net. Vipers in deep. Another hit sends a Warrior player down into the corner. Shot hard off the glass, not clear. Caught up in the skates of the defenseman. Holding it in at the blue line, back to Kalergis. Flips it out, looking to find Fredette. Couldn't break his way through. Neese tapping it away. And then jumping back. Oh, he's coming off the bench. I see that. That was a change on this second period. Paulin coming off the bench offside.
Still some Iron Man shifts going on there. I think Kalergis was out there for about 2.5 minutes. Still need to shorten those shifts up a little bit.
Yeah, didn't that line score 2 goals on that one shift and they were still out there? 4:33 left to go. And there's going to be a penalty for a rough again. I think this might be the same kid going back to the box again. Off the face-off. Oh, gave Kai a cross. Jeff got the draw. I wasn't paying any attention. But hey, power play opportunity. Can they do it again?
There we go.
Haviland, Paulin, and Blanchard, Kolchevsky, and DeVos on the blue line. Looking to tighten up this score even more with another power play opportunity. Paulin gets taken down behind the net. Blanchard trying to fight his way through the corner. Knocks the guy back out to the blue line. DeVos holding it in. DeVos comes in, takes a shot right into the belly of the defenseman. Blanchard has it back out to DeVos. Kicking it back in. One-time shot goes through the top of the crease, over to the far side, off the boards and out. That one's going all the way down. They wave off icing as the Vipers player races down in, and then Blanchard hammers him down into the corner, and Brady's going to get a penalty for a high stick. I thought that was a good hit.
That was a clean hit.
Maybe his stick was up a little bit higher than it should have been. It's going to even it up with 4 players aside for the next 29.6 seconds, and then the Warriors on a brief penalty kill. Oh, Kane coming up big on that one as the Vipers were set up, go across the blue line and took a shot in. He saw it, hangs onto it. They're going to change up the 2 forwards here with Foster and Popovic stepping out and Haviland and Paulin coming back to the bench. Needing that centerman who can win the draws. Foster does that, and now Popovic has it coming across. One-on-one with a guy to beat. He gets that stick down into the corner. Popovic, backhand spin move off to the side of the net. Picked up by the Vipers. 8 seconds left in 4-on-4. Devin Foster and Nick Popovic. Where did that come from? Say Foster and Nick just comes to my head. Noah Popovic. Ooh, the move coming in. They get a shot and the Vipers get another goal. That is going to be a power play goal, so Blanchard should be stepping out of the box right away. He does. Power play goal back by the Vipers, regaining their 3-goal lead. It's 5-3. 5-2. 3-goal lead. It's been a long weekend. My voice is hanging on, but my brain is not. Back to the Vipers. Coming in with a offside charge push down against Popovic. But they'll bring that one outside the blue line and drop it. Vipers working in deep. Devin Foster pestering behind the back. Captain trying to get a shot at him. Then he has the puck caught in his skates. Vipers come back. Spin it past Captain. Behind the net. Centering pass picked off. Back to Popovic. Feeding it behind Foster, but he's going to race down for this one. Devin with the speed coming in. That's not Devin, that's Medeo. There's Devin with the puck there. Foster behind, centering pass to Medeo, poking that one through. Defenseman gets his skates caught up in it. Foster up off the glass. Popovic up off the glass. Foster picking it up. Tries to backhand it off the back of the net. Medeo coming in. Popovic misses on the high swipe he took at it. Clear of the blue line. Back to Captain, who flips that one in. It's going to be offside as he was feeling the pressure. And the Vipers player telling the ref to take it all the way down.
He needed the line change, so he got the icing. Well played by the captain.
It's going to be at center ice for that offside. He needed the line change, but he didn't go off. He's still out there. Okay, we'll have to find another excuse. Vipers coming in on the offensive pressure. 2:14 left to go into the corner. Here comes Nice, tipping that to Kalergis. Skating his way in hard. Coming in, lay the body on him. He sent it around the far side. Burdett up against the boards. Van Winkle shooting one in, it gets through, goalie making the save. Nice can't keep that one inside the dome. Burdett back checking through. Van Winkle knocking it down. Now he's putting a little bit of pressure on as the Vipers pass back and forth in their own end and finally clear one up, sending it all the way down the ice. That is not going to be icing as Captain tags up on it behind the net. Back over to the Vipers. They're deep in the Warriors' end. Van Winkle up the boards. Burdett trying to send Nice. Kalergis has it. And Vipers turn right back around. They're going to be offside, though. Minute 16 left to go here. 5-2 lead for the Vipers over the Warriors. It's the final game for your Warriors here at the Can-Am Tournament in Nashville, Tennessee. And the OTT Sport Network is proud to bring it to you. Skating the way through, getting another shot off, looking to rip one high. It's bangs out in front. Kane diving for it. Vipers misfire on a couple of keep-in attempts. Pollin's fighting. Haviland in the corner, back behind the net, picked up by Grimberg, sent around. Out to Blanchard. Haviland chasing. Vipers going to be the first one there. That's Pollin chasing, I should say. Now there's Haviland chasing. They pass it out, tipped down a little bit there by DeVos. And Kolcheski back in his own end. He's not going to get there in time. They whistle down an icing, bringing this one down right in front of the press box for a face-off with 35.8 seconds left to go in the second. Tangled up, and it's taken away by the Vipers. They circle behind their own net. Breaking it out up the far side. Make that pass. It comes across the blue line. The boss is there for it. He's getting pinched up against the boards. Vipers player wouldn't let him get up. Now Pollin going into the corner. Around the far side. Haviland putting the pressure on alongside Pollin. Tipped up on the boards. Pollin cleans it up in the corner. He gets bodied off that puck. Haviland behind the net. Back to Blanchard. Flipping it to Haviland. In his skates behind the net. Get tied up. The buzzer sounds. That's the end of the second frame. 5-2 is the score. Viper was over the Warriors. But one more period to play here at the Ford Ice Arena in Nashville, Tennessee. A little bit better that period, DK.
A little better energy. A little bit of energy. Still can't keep it in their zone long enough to down 3 with 12 minutes to go.
Pucks on net is going to be my words of advice for this third period. Anytime you get a chance to put the puck on net, put it there and go get it. We noticed that with I don't know if it's the same goalie we played against a couple of days ago too, but they're not hanging on to a lot down there.
No, giving up big rebounds. We just got to storm the net, and Kane's got to do his job in the third period and just hold that to number 5.
It's
his lucky number.
Goals are like broadcasters. They don't have to be pretty. They can be greasy and grimy sometimes too. But as long as they're effective, it goes up on the scoreboard. Foster, Medeo, and Popovic, Grimberg, and Nick Foster on D. Can they come back? 12 minutes left to go, trailing by 3. Third period action coming at you brought to you by Angry Orchard and Yeehaw! Foster breaking it up. Allen gets tipped off of a couple of sticks, flipped into the Warriors bench. They'll bring it outside for a face-off. Foster winning that one. Popovic chasing it just inside his blue line, up off the mesh, and another draw just on the other side of the rink. Dig deep, deep digging. That's what's got to happen. They're tired, but they're athletes. Shot going in wide. Vipers, far corner, out to the blue line, setting themselves up, comes in, shoots one, it's tipped in front there. And then the Vipers put one off the side of the net. They pick up the rebound, and at the top of the slot, put it through the pads of Kane. We got ourselves a 6-2 hockey game early in this third period. Nice, Kalergis, and Fredette stepping out over the bench. Kolcheski and McGowan on D. I'm running out of things to say today, DK. Kolcheski up to Fredette. Dumps it in deep before getting knocked down. Vipers behind their twine. Back in for Nice. Fredette deep in the corner. Working his way around. Eli with some power moves going into the far side now. Still on top of this puck. He's not giving up on the play. Fighting against 2 Vipers players. Claire just in with them now. Dimitri behind. Centering pass in front. Kicked out through the slot. Fredette couldn't get his stick on it. Now here come the Vipers. Working their way in. McGowan gets turned back around. Forcing the player into the corner. Knocking it into his stick. Picked up by McGowan. Feeds out to Fredette. Has Kalergis ahead of him, over to Nice, up the left side. Here comes Kyler Nice. Settles the rolling puck down on his backhand, fires one in. Goalie makes a save, but Kalergis is there to pick it up behind the net. Taken away by the Vipers, off the boards. Nice on the back check. Vipers work their way through center ice. To McGowan, flip back to center. Kalergis drops it for Nice. Loses it at the red line. Nice getting up slowly as he was hurt there on a play, hobbling himself back to the bench. Shot comes in. Kane settles down. Doesn't hold on to the rebound though. DeVos up off the boards. He gets tripped down. His stick is still in his skates, and DeVos asking the ref, what does he have to do to draw a penalty? Claire just taking a man down inside the blue line there too, behind the play. No call. They're going to let him play this one out. Those refs have got to get to the Titans game. Back out to center. DeVos taking this one in deep, working down the right. He gets a shot off. Goalie with the paddle down on the ice. Steers it aside. Back to the blue line. Van Winkle can't feed it through a bunch of the defensemen. Big diving play there by Van Winkle. Comes back, breaking it up. The Vipers still have it. Van Winkle now takes it away after a good play by Blanchard. Flip down and
a little patience
icing.
there. A lot of ice and just skated it down. No need for an icing at this point.
No. The ref having a conversation with DeVos, trying to explain to him what a penalty is and what's not.
It's different here in Nashville. Penalties are different.
It must be. I'm not putting any of the onus on the referees or the calls that have been made or lack of. It doesn't make a difference. They're trailing by 4 goals here with only 9 minutes left to go in this game. A lot more work needs to be done on the offensive side as Van Winkle knocks his player down. Blanchard controls his puck coming through center ice. Brady Blanchard hanging on to it. Back to the blue line, centering pass there, picked up by DeVos in front. Couldn't get the shot through the defenseman's skates. Back out to center. Van Winkle underneath his stick, back for Captain now. Shot into the glove of Kane. He just drops it. Haviland picks it back up. Haviland clear through to Captain. DeVos has a chance to race after this one. He's skating hard down the right side. DeVos centering Captain towards the net, back to Blanchard. Shoots one, can't get it through. It's blocked by the diving defenseman in a Vipers jersey. Tip by Blanchard into the corner. He's coming off for a change. Vipers walk their way out of their own end. Coming through center, make that pass. They're going to stay on side. Tipped away by Van Winkle. Puts it into the skates of Haviland. He comes through center ice. Kai Haviland can't stick handle his way through. It's dropped back off there for Medeo. Medeo powering his way around the net, hanging onto this puck. Finally gets held up long enough that they take it away from him. Vipers now spinning it around the backside of their net. Up off the boards, try to break out. Popovic all over on top of that as he's joined by Foster. Foster taking it at the blue line. Back into the zone. Around Popovic going after it. Knocks the puck away, centering pass. Foster couldn't get to it in time. He dives at it, and then it's cleared down the ice. That should be an icing call, but no. Vipers are wanting this one more.
Chasing those pucks down.
Shot comes in, deflection in front. Kane got a piece of it, sends it behind the net. Vipers after it behind the net. Taken away, can't clear through the crease over to the far side. Vipers still deep in the Warriors zone, controlling this puck. Vipers shoot one. Not out. Popovic pinching himself up against the boards. Foster makes the attempt to get it through, gets it to Popovic, and that's turned right back around. That was outside the zone and comes back in, but
offsides, right?
Not today. Not today. That Titans game. These refs got VIP tickets. Vipers center, knocked down. Grimberg out to the blue line, held in. Another shot comes in. Went over the net and off the glass. Foster can't get it through to Foster. Now, white team in the corner. Around, stolen away by Popovic. He's going to try and get this one out. They swiped at him, but he cleared it through the blue line first. Vipers continuing to pressure, working their way in. Take the shot. Good job by Grimberg breaking that play up. They don't get a clean one, but they still have it at the blue line. That one comes in clean. Kane grabs it, drops it. Foster hammers it to the blue line, held in by the defenseman. Grimberg flips that one. Popovic tips it out of midair. It was already touched by the... Yeah, okay, there we go. But turned right back around. Here come the Vipers in, 2-on-2, 3-on-2, 3-on-3, getting set up in the offensive zone. Backhanded through the slot. Navas takes it away. Has Fredette up off the bench. Couldn't get it to him. Fredette now fighting at the blue line alongside DeVos. Stripped away by the Vipers off the far boards. Still in the offensive zone here for the Warriors. They try and get set up. You got to get this one deep to try and get these pucks to the net. That's not going to happen with the Wisconsin team coming in and getting another shot in on Kane. Kicks that one over to McGowan in the corner. McGowan flipping it through, blocked down by the Vipers, wide open in front. Stepping in off the blue line. Now back to DeVos, dropping it to Fredette. Can't get it out of the zone.
Again.
Kolchevsky back with it. Now maybe he's got an opportunity. He feeds it up off the boards to DeVos. Fredette ahead of him. Intercepted pass. And it's an offside call. 4:33 left to go. Score 6-2 in favor of the Wisconsin Vipers from the village of Bristol. Here they come, Vipers centering. Kane gets his stick down on it. Out to the blue line, they can't hold it in. They tag up on it, and DeVos racing out on the ice for it. Passing across the blue line. Kalergis gets it. Now going after it, DeVos. Kalergis still in there. He's backing up at the blue line as the Vipers come through. Stick taken away there. Kane leaves it. Vipers pick it up. Stolen away. Now Kalergis tips it. It's going to go all the way down the ice, and they're going to call that one an icing against the Warriors back into their own zone. And they're running out of time to score 4 goals.
It's like Kane might have tickets to the game. He keeps trying to keep that clock moving.
They're also playing in the wrong end of the ice to be scoring goals. Haviland, Paulin, and Blanchard. Van Winkle and Captain on the blue line, in their own end. Haven't had much time to get set up on the blue line. Shot comes in. Kane with a save off the boards. Paulin tips that one out. Player comes diving into him, and they're going to wave off icing there. That one's not an icing, but the one before it was the exact same play. Haviland gets a backhand in towards the goalie, which is going to result in an offensive zone face-off as the goaltender covers up on it. Did they even start the clock there? I thought I said there was 3:26 left to go last time.
She must be napping.
She doesn't have tickets to the game, obviously. Now they start the clock again. 3:25. Blanchard to the blue line. Van Winkle shoots that one in. Haviland checks up in the corner, centering pass through. Get one tipped onto the goalie. There's another save, but yet another offensive zone opportunity from the faceoff dot. Haviland leaning down into that one. It's won by the Vipers over to the side. They take it clear of the zone. Barely holding themselves with a toe drag to keep themselves onside. They do. Vipers picking it up behind the net, centering. They can't get the shot up. Puck still loose in front. Blanchard trying to tip this away as he goes to work in the corner. Nick Foster not through the defenseman, holding his skate up against the boards. Foster comes out of the scrum with it. Haviland clears it, and icing's waved off. The refs are just like, let's get out of here.
We're done. 2:33 to go.
And the score is still 6-2. The Vipers are looking for more coming into the Warriors' end. Holding up the blue line, trying to get themselves set up. Keeping it in just inside. A tip there by Nick Foster. Wide open in front. Grimberg gets a stick on it, weakening the shot, and Blanchard loses his stick as he goes into the corner. Drop back over to the Vipers. Taken away by Nick Foster. Up to Blanchard. Centering pass to Haviland, who dribbles it across the blue line. Paulin couldn't get to it, but still putting the pressure on. Now goes off for a change. Vipers walk their way into the zone. Vipers having their way with the Warriors as he just skates it, keeps it in at the blue line, making the pass across. Shot comes in, a blast off the backboards. In tight, Kane can't cover it. Back out to the blue line, he's looking to get up. It's reset, he doesn't have his stick, but he makes the blocker save. Vipers out to the blue line. Foster's trying to help him get his stick back over. Nick Foster tips it through the legs of Popovic. Vipers collected at center ice. Popovic spins, falling, can't find Medeo. Devin Foster pressuring in the far corner. Popovic sends it, but not hard enough. Now he picks it right back up off the boards. Coming in, working the way through. not getting a quality shot off as it's stolen away by the Vipers. Off the skates of Popovic, keeping it in at the blue line, kicking it, and then Medeo comes in, crunches him down at the blue line. Vipers still control the puck though with 44 seconds left to go, trying to find themselves another one. They get back onside. No, they're not onside. I don't think it's gonna matter at this point. Under a minute left to play, 6-2 is the score. It has been a fun couple of weekends though. Albuquerque, then home for 3 days, including 2 practices, and then another 5 games this weekend in Smashville. We've had fun, the boys have had fun. We appreciate everybody who's been sticking around with us here, cheering on this team. They love the support wherever you may be on this globe. We've got all our faithful viewers. We love it here at the OTT Sports Network. Continuing on with this one, we've got a game next weekend, the 21st. It won't be broadcast. I will not be there with the camera and the microphones. And then after that, we're back on the ice on the 4th, I believe, of January for our next game up in NOCO at 9:30 in the morning. Until then, we're going to get a little bit of rest, some well-deserved R&R, I think, after a couple of real busy weeks for this team. They're still trying to get another goal here as Fredette sends one. McGowan putting it back towards the net. Fredette had an opportunity there. He's in the corner, 7 seconds left to go. To the blue line, Kolcheski dropping. McGowan stick handling. Shot comes off, but the buzzer goes. And that's all that she wrote. Warriors, a few hard-fought games, just couldn't come up with it today. Finishing.
Vipers a good team, good physical, older team.
Yep.
Yep.
Very good team. They
Those
played us
14-year-olds, they're big.
Yeah. They played us hard the first game. We snuck away with a 1-goal loss. This time we aren't so fortunate. They beat us by 4. They're going to shake hands here at center ice, and then they'll probably award these Vipers with their bronze medals. But you don't need to listen to me rattle through that. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, a great holiday season. We're going to take a little bit of a break, and like I said, back on January 4th. It's been a blast. On behalf of Diane on the camera, DK standing beside me, everybody else at the OTT Sports Network, thanks for having some fun with us. I'm Harry Haviland, signing out.